Welcome back to Bloodborne. In the last episode, we made it to this windmill through the abysmal forest, which killed me a lot. Lost 30,000 souls. Didn't get them back, but I've made them back. And we're going to continue along and hopefully get through as much of the forest as we possibly can. So the first place we want to go to is out this back door. Our Tonitrus is still at risk. I have not gone back to the dream. If you can help it, these are the ones you want to parry, because they'll fuck you up. That'll pancake you, that move right there. Woohoo, the jump parry. Get some blood vials. Coming up, we have kind of a mini-boss that you can cheese. It is an NPC, and you can send him either to the Uden Chapel or Yosefka's clinic, or you can kill him. Those are your three options. If you send him to the place where if you send him to Uden Chapel, he kills everybody because he's a murderer. So you don't want to send him there. If you send him to Yosefka's clinic, I believe he turns into an alien, and he just gives you another beast rune, which we're not going to use. So I'm going to attempt to kill him with the item we just picked up, which was the poison knives. And the idea is you could get him stuck here in this doorway and throw poison knives at him. I don't know if he can one-shot me. We get some more poison knives. See, he's killed these people.
Blimey, don't scare me like that. On a night like this, I took you for a monster. Oh, thank the stars, you're fairly normal. Ooh, that thing had me trembling, frozen in my boots. And then you came along. Well, if you're a hunter, then would you know of any safe havens? Oh yeah, of course not. I should have known. This whole place is falling apart once again. It's the curse of Yharnam.
So eventually he'll get pissed. There he goes.
Have you got a screw loose?
And he's fucking terrifying. Alright, seems to only take one poison dart to kill him, or to poison him. So we want to stand right here and just let this do its work. You actually fight this as a boss in one of the Chalice dungeons, and he is so hard. But very fun, because it's a very good, it's a very mechanically well-made boss. It's just, I'm not going to fight him out there because I'll just fall off the ledge, because you need a lot of room. See, that's his phase 2. He is a dark beast, by the way. You can see the electricity in his hair. Give another one in him. I forgot what his name is. The something beast. What is his name? I can't remember. We'll find out. He'll be a boss in the Chalice dungeon, and he's going to kill us a lot. As you can see, though, he has a metric shit ton of health.
You call me a beast? A beast? What would you know? I didn't ask for this.
So you can see here, he's sentient. He can think. Not only can he think, he's very coherent. He knows he's a beast, and he thinks that hunters are evil because they kill beasts. So left to his own devices, of course he is a murderer. And I don't know if that's because he's a beast, but dark beasts are one of the few forms of beasts that retain their sentience fully. That wind attack will kill you. You gotta be careful about it. Let's get another one in him there. I would assume he can one-shot me. Oh, damn it, that was a waste of it. Alright, that should do the trick. He is very cool, though, gotta admit. Magic pixel. Alright. I don't actually know what he gives you. I just felt like killing him. Oh, you just get the Beast Rune. Okay. Well, got some souls out of it anyway, in any case. So then we come back through here. You can fall over here to get a gun. More like a cannon. Large prototype firearms, fashioned by the workshop heretics. The powder keg. This is another powder keg group weapon. Use of this weapon is equivalent to toting a mounted cannon. Complete with its ridiculous weight, staggering kick, and lavish use of Quicksilver bullets into battle. Such a monstrosity was doomed from the start, and indeed its development was cut short. Yet against impossibly gigantic foes, it might just be the it might be just the thing. I think the English is wrong there. So we fall down, and now we're back in the main windmill area. So this guy, these can be dangerous. As you can see, they have more health than they should. If I had let him finish what he was just doing, snakes would have popped out of his head, and he would have become fantastically more dangerous than he was. So we head out of the windmill. We are lower than we were before. And here is a snakehead version of what we just fought. They have a grab attack that'll kill you. You want to try to parry them, although it's difficult to see where their parry window is. They, of course, don't stagger like most other bitch enemies. And we come over here. Get some more twin bloodstone shards. Kind of redundant at this point, because by the next time we want to upgrade a weapon, we'll be able to buy twin bloodstone shards. We come to an elevator. Very nice elevator. And this is the building and the first shortcut. Thank Christ. But in the DLC they added this guy.
A new face, are you? And an accomplished hunter, it would appear. I am Volter. Master of the League. Members of the League cleanse the streets of all the filth that's spread about during the hunt. Like any half-decent hunter ought to, you know? Haven't you seen enough of these wretched beasts? Freakish slugs and mad doctors sentence these fiends to death with the help of your League confederates. What do you say? Why not join the League?
So this is a multiplayer league, or covenant?
Yes, as a hunter well should. Commit this to heart. Our own Carol rune, symbol of the League.
And he gives you an oath rune. This covenant, I think it works like the Sunlight Covenant, where it extends your level range for helping random people online. And when you kill people, you get an item that you can squish. It's like a little bug, and if that's the item where if you squish enough of them, you can go collect certain rewards from this guy.
The night brims with defiled scum and is permeated by their rotten stench. Just think, now you're all set to hunt and kill to your heart's content. Hunt in cooperation with your fellows, your League confederates. Now, by the oath of the League, those who bear its rune will see vermin.
Vermin, that's the item that you find.
Deep within all filth and are the root of man's impurity. All vermin are to be crushed. The League exists to expunge all vermin, ridding us of any trace of human corruption. And so, until we are rid of all vermin, you must continue to hunt and kill. This bloody fate is ours alone. Do not expect the world Confederates will always have my blessing. And each other. Always. The League exists to and so this do not.
Okay, he just says the same thing over and over. So we're gonna go back to the dream. Maybe put that rune on. We'll see. I don't intend to summon people into my game to help me with bosses. I haven't really ever had to do it before. I might for a select few, or if not just one that I can think of, because he's incredibly cheap. I think he's a poorly made boss, but maybe not. We'll see. Let's go upgrade and repair our Tonitrus. And let's fortify our Tonitrus. It gives us a bit more. And let's see. So you don't want to put any more tempering blood gems into the saw cleaver because it's just going to increase its physical damage. Actually, it just doesn't do anything. So you see, if you look across, it just doesn't do anything. So realistically, you could get specialized blood gems. So I'll put the tier blood gem in it, and I'll put the attack versus beasts blood gem in it. So now we're doing extra damage, and I was actually wrong. So at the bottom of the screen there, you can see a little portrait of a dog head, and it says 112, and next to it's a picture of a serpent that's kin. That's actually the extra damage that something does to something. But it does not take into account serrated or pointy. So there's a default 10% for serrated weapons and default 10% for pointy weapons for kin. And we got some more runes. Higher blood vial, we got the beast rune. Boost the effect of beast transformation. They did change this in an update at some point. What beasthood does for you, but I don't remember what it does, and I never use beasthood. I don't really understand the concept behind it. Henrik stuff, Gascoigne stuff, nothing new there. So we'll just pour more into levels.
Very well then.
Can only do 2, so.
Farewell, may you.
And back to the stupid Forbidden Woods. The good thing is there's only a select few good items in the woods, and I know where they are, so I can painfully ignore a lot of the items that are just on the ground in the woods if I so chose. I don't think I will. It's not that much of a bitch. I'm kind of over-exaggerating, but it is just the worst fucking area in the game. I would like to meet a player who thinks, oh yeah, the forest, that's a great place. Like, we're gonna send this down. Always send your elevators back up. He's most likely gonna die in here at some point. So our first thing, this is where it gets confusing and the path splits and it's awful. Get this. Some cold blood. We have a lot of those at this point. We should probably start using them because they're about to outlive their usefulness, especially the weaker ones. We need to equip the Tonitrus for this guy, actually. There's a random Yahargal hunter here for some reason. Oop, and down he goes. Put on the saw cleaver. So we're gonna only use the Tonitrus for enemies that we know are weak to bolt or can be killed quickly. Like these, this isn't. And we're gonna use the Tonitrus because I didn't think that would take 3 hits. Holy fuck. You can actually ignore the snakes almost entirely. That body fell over here though. I want to pick that up. Where did he go? Did I not kill the fat man? He should be here somewhere. Oh, maybe he despawned. See, the snakes, they move slowly and they don't do much, so it's not too much of a concern. There's an item here. Shining coins, they're much like the prism stones from Dark Souls. You put them on the ground and it tells you where you... I think the idea is to use them to help yourself remember where you are. Ooh, I stopped him from transforming. Interesting. Probably should have stuck with the saw cleaver on that guy. But we're gonna hug the right wall first. I have a set way I do this forest is to not get lost, even though I still get lost. I hug the right wall first. Pick up all the items. I just missed a path back there. Get him! Yes. Get some blood vials. The shitty thing too is the snakes, they just give shitty experience too. 260? Like, holy shit. There's blood echoes, I mean. Not worth it. And we keep going up here. Now this is where it gets a little hard because this guy. But with this nitrous, we make short work of them. Generally, this thing, it's hard to kill. You have to stay behind it, and if you're in front of it, it shoots poison at you. And its whole body, it's one of those enemies where its whole body becomes a hitbox if you, if it starts an attack animation, which is just the worst thing. You can get poisoned here, so it is worth it to keep the robes on, so you have the minute poison resistance. And this is one of the good items you want. Clear Deep Sea Rune. This rune means deep sea and grants augmented resistance. Great volumes of water serve as a bulwark guarding sleep. And an augur of the eldritch truth. Overcome its hindrance and seek what you are. So it gives you, basically just gives you defense. So we want to still continue to hug the right wall as best we can. This is where things get tricky. He can't hit you through this tree. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to DPS him down, but it's not working. There we go. Fucking asshole enemies. Ooh, naughty. You'll notice that little poke attack did more damage. It was a trick attack, and poking damage does more to these guys, because I think they're technically classified as kin. Oh, I missed him. That was a grab attack. That would have killed me if it hit me. So there we got a bloodstone chunk. That's the next tier of item that we need to upgrade our weapons, and it's the same number for each of those. So this part kind of sucks, because I need that item. So we're going to try to do the Molotov cocktail trick here. You got to be careful though, because you take a step forward when you throw, and that can fuck you. Oh man, I'm wasting the cocktails here. You're not dead, are you? Pixel of health. Alright, one of them's dead. We can jump down here and do this to the other one. And we get deep sea murky blood gemstone and a bloodstone. So the murky blood gemstones add poison damage. So let's give the Deep Sea Rune a read. This increases frenzy resistance. This rune means deep sea augmented resistance. It says the same thing, so it's part of the deep sea set. But those don't... You can equip all of them and increase your defense all around, but you don't generally want to do that. Alright, so we're almost at the end of the hug the right wall section, and we're going to need to double back. This part's kind of a bitch too, because of the big snake monster. That's the poison shit it shoots at you. Need it to get away from its little brethren. There's that frontal hitbox I was talking about. There we go. Easy peasy. Get a murky gemstone from it. You can get murky gemstones from these as well, but they're weaker. And all of that for Frenzied Coldblood. Now I believe if you fall down here, there's a path that leads back up. But we're going to come down there. We're going to get down to that area anyways later. So what you want to do is come up here, get this item. You might die here, but you can do a visceral attack on this, or a falling jump strike to almost kill it. Because this snake is a bitch, because it's in this little cubby hole like those other two were, but you have to go run past it unless you jump down that hill. So now we're going to head back up the other direction. So we just hugged the right wall all the way down here. Ooh, doing work. Doing work. The snake men can call snakes like that, like you just did. So, those two items mean, when you see them, mean you've gone too far and you need to head back up the way you came. So we need to go back up here. This is the main path that you're supposed to follow. And we have another snake monster. I'm jumping into the fire because I'm retarded. Ooh. Forgot my weapon was tricked. Gotta love the saw cleaver though. And this is where that hill started. And I missed another item up there as well. How do I get up there? I forget. I think it's around this way. Yeah, see, I've already been here and I missed this. Twin bloodstone shards. That's how you get lost. So this is currently an area we've been. We were hugging the right wall on our way down here. So what we want to do is come up a little farther and start exploring up over here. Because there's a secret path. It's very difficult to find. Here it is. You have to make a jump here. Oh, I made it. Okay. And this allows you to get this item, which is a graveyard mask. This is part of a set, which we get the rest of here, which gives you immense frenzy resistance. Now, we have to go back again, because as you saw earlier, when I took that path, there were other items that we could have fallen down to. I believe the jump... Alright, there's an item there, but we can get to that later. That's just the dead end. There's the jump. So there was that item, and there's another one over there. Actually, this is the area... Never mind. We can get down there later. Almost actually in a second here. So now we continue along regularly through this area, which is basically following the path as best you can. You can come through here, and there's a piggy somewhere. There he is. This is where it really gets confusing, because I think there's 3 total paths here. You can go this way, and this is like a side path that leads you to a snake man, if I'm correct. Which I think I've already killed. Nope, there he is. These are just the worst fucking enemies. Ugh. Fucking forest. Hate it. Yeah, I like their 180 attack, you snake beast. And then if you double bound back to the right, this is the main path. But we're heading backwards on the main path, currently. Pick that up. And I feel like those are... That's the last of the items until... Yes, because that's the cubby where the snake was. Okay, so we're doing good. Notice we have a lot of souls now. Echoes. Jesus. And again the path splits. We want to take the high path. There's a pig down there. We'll talk to him later. First thing, now you hug the left wall. Go into this little alcove here. And this is where you start seeing hostile aliens. And they do a lot of damage if you let them. Specifically these two. And we get anti-clockwise metamorphosis, a very important rune. Luckily they're weak to bolt, and they're also kin, which this weapon has a kin boost on it, a natural kin boost. They drop arcane blood gemstones, level 3, which is nice. You can't get much higher than level 3 for arcane blood gemstones outside of Chalice dungeons. And this is that item that we saw. Now we head back to find the second shortcut, which takes you to the windmill, where you need to use the next shortcut to get back to the same bonfire, the same lamp that we've been using this entire time. And that's going to be over here. What really has sucked if that guy killed me, because he was the last thing standing between us and freedom. So here's our elevator. Looks like we didn't actually need to send that other one back up. And this is the windmill. And I lied, he wasn't actually the last one standing between us. However, now that we've activated that shortcut, we can really easily get back to here. Stop it. And this is the other shortcut back up to the League Gentlemen and the bonfire. We're going to go back to the Hunter's Dream. Where is the lever? Oh. And that's where we're going to end the episode. I'm so happy we're almost done with the forest. I'm so happy. Oh. Preferably we'll get 3 to 4 levels. Perfect timing.
Well, what is it? Very well. Let me...
And we're just shy of getting that 4th level, so what I'm going to do is use one of these. I think we need to use a couple more. That should do it.
Welcome. What is... Very well, let me...
Perfect. Almost up to our 1,000 mark. So what we're going to do right before the episode ends is we're going to go put on the anti-clockwise metamorphosis rune that we found. Increases defense, we want that. Increases blood echoes, we don't need this one right now. Anti-clockwise metamorphosis. This raises your stamina by 10%. Very good. Which is also another reason why you don't need to boost your endurance past 15 to maximum 20, is because you can put a rune on that gives you a percentage base of it. Anyways, in the next episode we're going to fight a boss. It was actually right past the shortcut that we took, but I'm out of time. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.